And with that, we can begin. So first, we're going to talk about, what are the purposes of a website. So, it is, building leads and, building an email list. And so there are all of these type of different reasons why you would want to have a website. And, these are the main ones, which are, collecting leads, building an email list for booking and scheduling, and for giving information and selling products online. So we have our commerce feature, which helps us to sell products online. And apart from that, when we are talking about Zoho sites, we also provide booking and scheduling. So if you have any services that require you to have your customers come and book an appointment or to schedule something with you, we have our integration with Zoho bookings that we'll be getting a little bit into in detail a little later on in this session. Also, you have websites where you can provide information, such as educational websites, or if you're trying to have some sort of leadership or counseling sort of services that you can provide. And basically just having a lot of visitors come in. So these are like the main purposes why you may want to go out and have a website. Is common knowledge that if you run a business or if you're trying to get yourself out there, the website is the way to go. So with today's agenda, we're going to be mainly talking about website personalization. So this is a little different from customizing. So customization is kind of like building and creating your website and kind of putting in whatever requirements it is that you need to kind of portray the kind of business that you do via design, content, whatever it may be. But we have website personalization, which is kind of personalizing your website, different from customizing. And so we have the member portal, which is a way of you restricting access from particular pages or files. And so what this basically allows you to do is that you can build a website and have a sign in or a sign up portal where your visitors can either sign in to access particular pages, so you can always segment which pages and which files you would like your visitors to see and which you wouldn't. You can also invite users via entering their email ID and then grouping them. So this would help you kind of segregate what kind of content you want to target to what kind of users or visitors. So we'll be talking about this functionality. We're also going to be talking about the forms. And so forms are a way of you collecting information from your visitors. And with forms, what this does is it helps you build an emailing list. So if you want to, either make a campaign or like provide newsletters to your visitors, you can collect information about your customers using forms. We have many different types of form integrations, which are like one-click form integrations. So we have integrations with the Zoho CRM web forms. We also have integrations with the Begin forms, as well as Zoho Forms, the product itself. And so we'll be getting into all of those a little later as well in the demo. And then we're going to also cover the SEO tools that Zoho Sites provides. So we have SEO tools that are site-wide as well as page-wise. And so the site-wide tools are with Google Analytics and providing 301 redirects, sitemaps, and such. And then you have the page-specific SEO tools that will allow you to add, titles, meta descriptions, meta data in such ways for your particular pages. So you have ways of customizing that as well. Even when it comes to adding content, such as a title, we give you different H1, H2, all the way up to the H5 tags. So this will really help you when it comes to, appearing in your search engine results and ranking in your search engine results. And then we're going to talk about one of our latest integrations, which is with Zoho bookings. And so this, again, as I mentioned before, is a tool that will help you, schedule like your visitors to schedule appointments with you. If there is any service that you are providing that requires them to schedule an appointment, this would be the tool or the integration that you would go for. So getting a little bit into what the member portal is, adding on to what I've mentioned before, if you have a member portal, it helps make your members feel welcome. They feel like they're part of a community. So when you have a member sign into your portal, they feel like, okay, this content is directed towards me, thereby helping you create a really nice rapport with the visitors that come in. And then it also enables you to have like a simple sign up and a login. So either you can have visitors sign up, and so they can sign up to view whichever pages it is that you would like them to view. Otherwise, you can also invite them to come and visit whichever pages. So there is a two-way method in which you can have your customers come and view your content. And then you can also take control with groups. So this is when you have all your visitors coming in, you can group them by taking all of their email IDs, grouping that into a little section, and then allowing which pages you would like them to view and access and so on. So all of this can be done using the member portal feature in the Zoho site builder. We have, again, as I mentioned before, the Zoho web form. So, it allows you to collect data from your visitors. And in the back end, you can also manage your visitor information. And so, if you integrate with Zoho CRM web forms, it's just as simple as logging into your CRM account and creating a web form, and then taking that form and coming into your site builder and linking it to that. So it's as simple as just coming into your site builder and choosing the form that you have already built using your CRM web form builder, and it integrates seamlessly. And you can also use, the Zoho Forms builder. And so what it is with these two particular Zoho products is that whatever form it is that you do build, when you come and add it into your website, it automatically optimizes with the theme that you have chosen so that your web form doesn't look out of place, it doesn't look clunky. So that is one of the benefits of integrating with, the Zoho form building products such as the CRM web forms and Zoho forms as well. And also whatever data it is that you do collect using your forms, all that data will be stored in the back end. So you can always go view the dashboard of CRM or the dashboard of your form builder in Zoho Forms, and you can collect and export your data from there as well. And getting a little bit into your on-page SEO. So this is kind of covering the SEO aspect of your website. So, these are just a few like best practices. So you want to have like a good SEO-friendly URL. You don't want anything that is too long or anything that is separated by too many hyphens and such. And so that would be one of the things that you could look into. Then you also want to have your primary keyword in the H1 and H2 tags. So as I mentioned before, when you are adding content, when you drag and drop the heading element onto your page, you can choose if you want it to be an H1, H2, whichever tag you would like it to be. But if you're going to have an H1 and H2 tag, you want to make sure that you add whatever it is specific to that page. So whatever content you're talking about, you would like the relevant keyword to be visible in the H1, H2 tag in the title. And you also want to organically include your keywords within your content. So that is like a best practice would be like 2 to 3 times like in 1,000-word content piece. So you don't want to, again, overpopulate it. You don't want to make it look very spammy by just constantly throwing your keywords in there, but you would like to make a few mentions of it or references in it. That will help when your page is being indexed. And then also when you are titling your images and you add your alt text to it, you'd like to mention your keyword in there as well, so that when your images get indexed on Google Images, that would be good for the crawling to happen on that image. You also want to interlink your content. So within your website itself, you can have one piece of content linked to the other. So this will help you while, building breadcrumbs or site maps within your website itself. And also, the most common thing is to include your keywords in your meta title and description. Again, as I've mentioned before, we have a separate area where you can go and toggle with your page-wise SEO settings. And so this would be the place where you can add in your meta title and descriptions, and you shouldn't forget to add your keywords in that as well. And so how you can go about organically building your traffic is to build a lot of content. So a way to go about that is with your blogs, your ebooks, infographics, videos, podcasts. So a lot of content is always a good way to go. So you want to make sure that you have lots of content which are relevant, that would be, indexed and, optimized. And so building a lot of content will automatically have people get redirected back to your website. So if you have a lot of content out there, you can backlink it to your website, and so you'll have a lot of traffic coming in that way. And as I mentioned, the second point, which is building backlinks. So your targeted directions towards your website would be a way to go about that. And then you also have to make sure that apart from having your website, you have to have a good online presence on your social media. So you make sure that you build a very strong profile and also post often. And you also have to stay very active on these forums. You shouldn't leave it to be stagnant. So those are like a few tips and tricks towards SEO. And finally, we have our Zoho bookings integration. Again, it helps you sync your calendars, and then it lets your customers self-schedule and pay for appointments as well. So this is just basically helping you schedule appointments via your website. So when your visitors come in and you have any sort of you know service that you are providing that requires scheduling, you can use the Zoho bookings integration. And apart from that, I have also done quite a few advanced webinars, and it's available on YouTube. So you can just click on these links to check them out. Again, we're just covering like a few of the advanced features over here, but we've also done a whole webinar just centered on these topics alone. So we have like a whole webinar on the advanced visual editor. We have one for the HTML and CSS codes that you could add to your website. These again are frequently asked codes, and so you can check that out. Then we have one about the member portal, which I'll be mentioning here, and along with that, the access restriction feature as well. Then there is a whole webinar covering SEO, so that is very in-depth with the tools that we provide and what they are used for and what they will help you accomplish, as well as a whole webinar on the various integrations that Zoho Sites has. So we integrate with a plethora of Zoho products as well as other external products such as MailChimp and a lot of these, Pixabay and Google Images. And so we have a lot of stock image providers that we integrate with as well. So you can be sure to check that out. And with that, we will get on with the demo right now. So, I've given kind of like a rough overview of what we will be covering. So now, with those details intact, I will play the demo, and in the demo, I'll be getting into how you can go about using these tools and using these features. And so I hope all of you will find this useful. So at any point of time, if you do have any questions that you would like to ask us or anything that you would like to say, be sure to drop it either in the chat or in the questions tab, and we will be more than happy to answer them for you. So I will just, sorry, I'll just get that ready. Kritika, if you can just affirm if it's visible. If
I can see it now.
Yeah, is it visible now?
Yep. Play.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Okay, thank
Can you
you.
hear me now? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I got affirmation. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right, so this is a member portal which I have set up. So when you want to go about inviting users, you click on the invite button, and then you type in the email address of the person you would like to invite. Be sure to click enter, so you can add like multiple email addresses that way. And then there is that, as I mentioned before, that option to add members directly to a group. And so if you already have groups set up, you can just, again, if you enable this button, you can just add them directly to the group that you would like them to go to. Otherwise, they just go into the default portal. So yeah, the group would appear there. I haven't set one up yet, but that's how it would work. And then you click invite, and then the invite is sent. And so you can see that you have like a little database for all the pending invites for people who have not accepted your invite yet. And so you can see that it's visible over there to help you keep track of the people that you've invited and who have accepted or not accepted. And then you can also, search for members. So here is a member that is added to the portal. You can view that member's info. Now, the credentials that I have given were, the first name, the last name, so on and so forth. You can see the account status, and whatever other options are there. You can also edit the info of this member or delete the member. So these options are provided. And then once we get back, you can see that you can also right here on this page add like pages and files that you would like this member to access. And then I'm going to show you how you can take members and put them into groups. So This is the all members portal. And so what you want to do is you want to go and add the pages. Yeah, so now if you want to add a group, you add the group name. So in this particular example, I'm just going to call it photographers because it is like a restaurant and they have like a little bit of a portfolio of all the dishes that they have. So in this instance, per se, let's say that, you have like an in-house photographer and you want them to access all the images alone and, like view what is there. You have like a group of people who are interested to view just the image, the photos of your restaurant. So you can have like a portal for just that. So that is what this example is trying to illustrate. So now the photographers group is created and you can view the info of that group and you can add members. So we'll add a member now. So you just have to type in the email address of the member. Now it's already indexed, so it'll appear automatically. And then you can choose the pages that you would like this member to access. So you add the pages and then you select the pages that are on your website. So I'm just going to add in the gallery page and the menu page, as well as the contact page, just for example's sake, apart from the other pages that are already available. So then all you have to do is click OK and then go and publish your website. And you can also see that you can remove pages at any point in time as well if you don't want them to access those pages any longer. So once you hit publish and access the published site, for example, you can see right now that without signing in, so without the person signing in, this is how the website would look like. So you just have the pages that are not part of the portal available, which is just like the home, about us, thank you, and blog page, as you can see. And then once you sign in and enter in your credentials, like I'll be showing, you enter in your email address and your password. So these are your credentials to get into this portal. And then you sign in and then you are in the portal. And so now you can see that the gallery and the contact page are available, and as well as the other page, which is the menu page, which wasn't available before. So that's basically how the member portal helps you kind of restrict access to pages. And so you can see that the page that wasn't available before is now available because we've grouped it into that portal for this particular user to access. And once you sign out, you see that you can also sign up if you're not a member. And so this is what the sign-up sheet would look like. And so you just follow the on-screen instructions, you enter in your credentials, and then you have your membership sent out. And then the person who is the owner of the site can either choose to accept or reject the request.
Having a form on your website is very vital towards collecting information from your visitors. The specific fields that you put in your form determines the kind of information that you will be obtaining from your visitors or your users. And so, in order to add a form onto your website, you can access your forms by clicking on the add icon on the top over here. Then you go to element. And under elements, we have this whole tab that has all the different forms that you can choose from. We have integrations with Zoho CRM, which are your CRM web forms. So this will really help you build a good list of visitors, of people who come and visit your website. You can take in all of their information and you can create email lists as well as have lists that you can send out for campaigns, and all of the information that you obtain from your visitors based on the fields that you put out in your form will be saved in your CRM backend, so you can access that on your CRM dashboard. And likewise, we have Zoho Forms and Begin Forms, and so we integrate with both of these form building products. So what you can do is you can go and build forms using either of these platforms, and then you can import those forms onto your website. And so what's really nice about these integrations is that they're just a one-click integration, as well as whatever form it is that you build, depending on the theme that you choose for your Zoho site's website, the form will also follow the same theme, so it won't really look very out there or very out of place. Apart from that, we also have the other forms area where you can actually go and create a form from scratch. We have an inbuilt form builder. So what you can do is you can build a form right here from your website builder if you don't want to use the integrations that we've already provided. And when you build that form, that will be displayed over here. So it's just as simple as building one and dragging and dropping it onto your page. So in order to create your form, you can see that we have a bunch of forms already here in the repository, and clicking on them will show you a preview of how that form looks. And so we have a whole bunch of forms over here that you can choose from. But if you want to build one from scratch, you can do that as well. All you have to do is enter the name for your form. We'll just call this one menu feedback. So this is kind of on the idea that, we're trying to get feedback from our customers about the menu that we provide in this restaurant, just kind of going with the theme that we have already. And so you can add radio buttons. So it's just a simple dragging and dropping it. And you can kind of specify, so these are your form properties and these are your field properties. So based on the fields that you have, you can change the name of the field. You can also configure the kind of choices, add in whatever question it is you would like to add in, and you can add a whole bunch of different fields from over here if you want to collect their email details, or if you want to collect, let's say we're trying to put a drop down where you want to provide an option and have them to choose from. So I'm just going to throw a few fields here. Of course, you can always go and configure it as per your requirement. And you have your other form settings over here where you can choose the kind of security that you would like to provide. And so we have the submit and the reset buttons. And so these are also all options that you can configure basically. And so after that is done, you can go back to the form builder. You will see that the form has been added. And so now, because this form has been built using the Zoho Sites website builder, the form backend, you can find all of your form data. It'll be right in your settings. So when people come and submit their answers onto your form, you can have all of their data stored right here in your builder itself. Of course, there's no data available at the moment because nobody has accessed this form yet, but you can also, choose from the other forms that you have built. So they're all available in this menu on the left. And you can also choose to delete the form if that's what you wish to do. So that is basically how the form can be added onto your website. It's very simple. It's very easy to do. So next we have the SEO settings. And so these are the search engine optimization tools that the Zoho site builder provides to help you optimize your web pages, to gain better traffic and also appear on a higher ranking in different search engines. So we provide a whole bunch of optimization tools that you can configure and choose from. So we have first the site-wide SEO tools. Now we have all of the tools over here right under the SEO section in your settings. And so we have the robots text, and of course robots text helps search engines to know which web pages to crawl and which ones you do not want them to crawl. So by default, they will crawl all of your pages. And if you do not want them to crawl any specific page, this would be the format that you would have to follow. You just have to type disallow :/, and the name of the page that you would not like them to crawl. So for instance, we don't want them to crawl the home page, and so it will not be crawled or indexed. And so once you click save, that would be your setting. After that, we have our integration with the Google Analytics and Webmaster tools. So you have to create your Google Analytics account, and once you have that account created, what you can do is you can get the tracker ID and the meta tag and add that here. And so as soon as Google starts tracking your web pages, you will see that you have whatever information that you can get from that will be there in your Google Analytics backend, so you can see how your pages are performing, and from that you can get an assessment and know how you can improve the way your website functions. We also have the meta tag ID that you can add as well. Then we have the tag manager. So the Google Tag Manager helps you manage the deployment of all of your tags from a single area. So basically all the tags that would be used in order for tracking or scrolling and crawling, you can use this particular container ID to help all of it get deployed from your website. So this will help your website when it comes to it being crawled by whichever search engine. It will know where to find the important details of your website that will help while it's being indexed and ranked. Then we have the Bing Webmaster, which is very similar to Google Analytics and Webmaster tools. Again, Bing is another search engine, so this would be the meta tag that you would add in into your SEO settings if you want Bing to index and rank your page. And again, you can go and set up your Bing Webmaster account, and you'll be able to find all of these tags related to what you have to add into your Zoho Sites website builder right over there. The next SEO tool that we have is the sitemap. And so what a sitemap is that it tells the search engines about the page structure of your website, and it also provides metadata about your site pages, such as when your page was last updated and how often the page was changed. And so this helps with SEO because it makes it easier for search engines to find out about the content on your site, and that'll help thereby increase its chances of appearing higher on the search engine ranking. So of course you can upload a sitemap from your computer. So we already provide a sitemap, but if you have one that you would like to map out on your own, you can upload the file from your computer. So we have that option as well. And then we have the 301 redirect. And so what the 301 redirect is that it helps you redirect the user from a page that is no longer available to a page that is available. So this helps you not lose content coming into your page. So let's say there is a broken URL, so you won't have any traffic coming into that page, for instance. So you'd want to redirect them to a URL that is actually fixed and functional. And this helps, like, if you have an outdated old URL, you can shift it to the new one so that you don't have to really miss out on any traffic on that page. And so adding a 301 redirect is as simple as just adding in the new URL that you would like and then choose a page destination. And so that is how that can be configured. Apart from the site-wide SEO settings that we have, we also have SEO settings that you can apply individually to each page. So we can take the home page, for instance. And so over here, you see that we have a page name and the page URL. So traditionally, when you use the Zoho Site Builder and you enter in the page name, the URL will automatically be updated as well. And here are all the SEO settings that we have. So you can add the page title. So this will be the title of the page that will appear on the search engine. You can also add all the relevant keywords that you think your users or your visitors may use to find this particular page, and a good description of the page. And again, here we have page specific robot text. So you can always come into the page if you do not want to go into the site setting and do the whole thing of writing disallow and then, get that done. You can also do that over here. And then you can also include or not include this page in the sitemap. That is completely up to you. And you can also change the frequency and the priority of how quickly or what prioritizes this page from being crawled. All of that can be set over here as well. And so these are all of the SEO tools that we provide. Of course, we do have a few SEO tools for a blog page. If you do have the blog page, these are the SEO tools that we provide. So of course you can go into your blog preferences and you see that you have your SEO for the particular blog page. You have your title and your description, and so you can set that. You can even go and make it your homepage if you choose to, but these are the SEO settings that we provide. Apart from that, you can also add images and have those images have their own alt text, and all of these type of things will really help when it comes down to having your website optimized for search engines.
Next, we have our integrations with Zoho Bookings. So this integration will help if you provide any services that require scheduling an appointment or booking an appointment. So it's as simple as dragging and dropping the bookings app from your Elements tab, and then you have to just enter your business name as well as the industry that your website is about. So we provide a whole bunch of various industries that you can choose from. So for the sake of this particular template, which is a food service, we're going to take the wedding industry. You click create, and then it will be added to your page. As you can see, here is the bookings module where you can have people come into your website, visitors and users, and they can book an appointment. They can schedule what date and time is convenient for them. As you can see, there are also settings that you can add. And the settings that we provide allow you to refresh the page, or you can also go to the Zoho Bookings backend. You can also choose how this particular appointment sheet appears. Okay, that brings us to the end of this the demo, and I hope that all of you found it useful or found any information that kind of piqued your interest. And we had a lot of questions coming in, so thank you for asking all your questions. It was really nice interacting with you. And so basically, as your business evolves, so will the purpose of your website. So making the maximum use of Zoho's advanced features will help you provide better customer experience towards your visitors. So that's the whole idea with using either the advanced tools or even just the basic tools, is just to overall build a really professional looking website so that you can convey whatever it is that you are trying to convey to your visitors, as well as have them come into your website and have a good interaction with the content that you're putting out. And with that being said, we're at the end of the session. So thank you for everyone who's joined us. But that's not quite the end yet. We're going to have this portal open because now we're going to have a Q&A session. So if there are any questions that you would like to ask us, we are more than happy to answer them for you. So we'll be answering them like right here in live as the questions come in. So Kritika, is there any questions that I have missed?
There are few questions
Yes.
that are up. So Mario wants to know: is there a social platform? Uh,
So we do have a lot of social media tools. So one is social share. So this allows you to share the content of your website onto your social platform. So if you go onto your page and you click or you enable the social share, whatever content it is that you have on your page, you can post on your social media. You can choose from the various social media platforms that we provide integrations with. So we have, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, the likes, it's all available. And so you can always add your social media, I mean, your content from your website to your social media. And then we also have a social auto publish. So this allows like whatever blog post it is that you write to be not only auto published on your blog page, but as well as it will auto publish on your social media as well. And then we also have the like buttons. And so if you like a particular piece of content, your visitor can come and share that content on their social media. So we have quite a few integrations between Zoho Site's website builder and building your website on it, and integrating that with your social platforms. So I hope that answers your question, Mario. And
and Georgina has asked a question: would this be the same area to set up a schedule widget? George,
so yeah, do you want
I
to
don't know
take
whether
that?
it's related to your demo or it is. I find it incomplete.
Yeah, so I think the same area, I think, in regards to the bookings integration being a schedule widget. Like if you are asking if that would be the place where you would put up this widget, not necessarily, because the bookings integration is an app on its own, which is provided by the Zoho Bookings product. But apart from that, if there is a particular scheduling widget that you would like to add, you can definitely go and add that using the not the CSS, but we do have an area where you can add code snippets. Yes, so you can take the code snippet, add that into your page, and then add this particular code, and then that will render in your published website. So you can do that as well. You can take a widget such as this, a scheduling one from any third-party provider, and integrate that into your website. That is totally possible. Georgina, I hope that answers your question, or if I understood it wrong, you can always clarify, and I will get back to you on that. Um,
So Mario has a follow up, like he's
um,
creating a social expert network building for many categories to serve those experts. So this,
mm,
I think, more like a forum or
right. That seems more
a
like you are trying to use your website as a platform to have people like come in and interact with each other. Definitely there will be workarounds that we can provide, Mario. So I'll try to get you in touch with one of our sales or support personnel, and we can kind of take a look at what your requirement is exactly, and you can even have like a one-on-one session with them, either over call or over they can schedule a demo with you. So that is possible as well. So you can kind of, whatever it is that your requirement is with our builder, we'll be more than happy to explore that with you. So I'll just take your email down so that we can contact you, or you can even reach out to us at marketing@sohosites.com. But yes, definitely we can try to explore what avenues or so have it with your requirement.
so Georgina is asking booking and scheduling are different.
No, actually, booking and scheduling are synonymous. It's just that now instead of having to, so prior to the booking integration, which again is just an app that will allow you to book or schedule appointments. It's just having visitors come in and then choose whatever date, time, and they can book an appointment with you. So before we had this integration, we would have to go through the workaround method, as you have mentioned, which is going to a third party provider, getting a widget from them and embedding that into your website. So without having to go through the hassle of that is what we have this integration with Zoho Bookings for, which is where you can just drag and drop this app onto your page and then set it up however it is that you require it, choose whatever industry you would like, and then it is pretty much good to go. Visitors can come in and schedule and book appointments with you via your website using this particular integration. Is basically the pain point that we were trying to address with the bookings product. So I hope that shines a little more light on what I was explaining. If I was a little muddy before. Um,
And there's another question. I use multiple sites for marketing purpose. How website can be hosted with different domain name in an account?
so you have like multiple separate websites. So yeah, each website can have its own domain name. You can have multiple websites that have various domain names. That's not a problem at all. So if you have already existing domains, you can map them to your Zoho site's website, or you can also purchase a domain or even use the subdomain that we provide. But you can have various websites with various different domains in your account. That shouldn't be a problem at all. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right. Melanie, I am going to be sharing you a link for next week's demo. Just give me 2 minutes. Um, so Fui, I hope I'm pronouncing your name the right way. Apologies if it has already been asked. Is there a way to remove all cookies or add a cookie preference tool or just have essential cookies?
Um, Removing, I mean, like from what? I know of the product. I mean, Naresh, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if it is that you're trying to put up a notification saying that your website has cookies, is that what you are asking about? Because we do have the message bar feature where you can add whatever messaging it is to either the top or the bottom of your page. And so this can be a tool where if your website does contain cookies, you can add a cookie notification saying that, this page contains cookies and, the user or the visitor can accept or decline. So you can customize that. So if that is what you are asking, or if I've got it wrong, you can always clarify. So I hope that answers your question.
I think Naresh got to that question. I'm sure he'll be much more clear than you
Yeah.
are.
Okay. Well, apparently, I did do a good job because they have just said that. I did. Thank you.
Totally. So Mario has a question. Does Zoho offer a project management network? I think Zoho has a Zoho Projects product itself, which
Right.
you can use. Basically, you can probably link them from your website to there. But I think Zoho Project is a product name that you can take a look at. Okay. So there's another question from Martha. How can bookings form and member portal be integrated to an existing WordPress site?
Okay. So all the integrations that I have talked about are very specific to Zoho sites. So these are all the tools and integrations that we are providing on our platform. So unfortunately, we won't really be providing them for a
Okay,
WordPress
one minute,
website.
Christine.
Yeah,
But you can integrate individually, like, you can go to Zoho Forms, create a form as a snippet code, and you can integrate it in a WordPress site, though.
that is possible, yes.
That
But
is
I was
possible.
just kind of looking at the member portal aspect of things. So that is something that we provide. But of course, because apart from the integrations that we have with bookings and forms, I mean, there are their own standalone products as well. So you can definitely take bookings and forms and integrate it into your website. So it's just a matter of going into these products and configuring them, and then you can just add them as easily as it integrates with Zoho sites. It also integrates with whatever other website builder you're using, such as WordPress. Thank you, Terry. So Terry has sent a link how you can go about integrating. So
Uh,
thank you
that's
for
nice.
that.
And also, member portal, Christine, I
Mhm.
do. Uh, what they can do is probably give a link from the WordPress site to a Zoho site. So it has to be built on Zoho site, but
Mhm.
there is a way to connect your WordPress to your Zoho site, but it cannot be on the same domain. Probably you can create it in a subdomain, like your
Yeah,
domain.zohosites.com kind of a
sure.
subdomain, and
Mhm.
you can host it. So that could be done.
That is a workaround as well. So it just kind
Yeah.
of depends on how you want to slice it. But yes.
So
Um,
So can Zoho integrate with other platforms? Yes, depends on the product you want to use. So you can actually go into zoho.com and find the product websites there. So whatever products, so I think we have 40 to 50 products there. So definitely it integrates with other platform as well. Lizzie wanted the links that we shared with Melanie. So just give me
mm,
2 minutes, Lizzie. I'll share the link.
and I have to still send Lizzie the links to. I have the YouTube pages open, but
I
the
shared
demo.
links. Someone I'll just copy paste it from there.
Oh, did you already get to that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So Georgina, my question is outside of the subject but concerns Zoho. I have multiple lead platforms. Can I integrate them into Zoho? Okay. Multiple lead platforms, as in, I'm not quite understanding the context of your question, Georgina. Can you just explain it a bit more?
Leads in the sense like, is it on a CRM, or if you can just clarify a little, we'll probably be
Yeah.
able to answer you a little better. Um,
So I'll just get the links to Lizzie. Just 1 second.
um, All right, if there are any more questions, do bring them in. We love hearing from you. Um, okay, so will Zoho scale up to millions of requests on forms, creating a heat map of similar requests to solve common platform issues with our members? Is this a future, oh, this is a future growth scaling question. Um, at the time being, I do understand your request, and so you're kind of asking if, you would be able to take a look at like a million of requests from your visitors and see how you can kind of address them via using your heat maps and such. And so at this moment in time, we don't particularly provide an option to do so, but we can definitely put in a request with our product development team and see what can be done. But already along the pipeline, there are many features that are kind of lined up and on priority at the moment. So we're trying to get those out and done first. But this is definitely something we can look into, Mario. Of course, with our product, we're always trying to find ways in which we can expand and see, like, the kind of issues that we can reach. So this is something that I will note down so I can take that to the product team. Thank you for raising that concern. Um,
Okay, so
okay,
Georgina
yeah,
has
clarified.
Embark sends me leads, which provides the client email address and phone number to contact via someone sending me a message. So basically, you're trying to, okay, so she's trying to collect leads using various platform, whereas SMS or like landing pages, emails, even offline events, right? So how I'm like, I think she's talking about more of a lead management. Uh,
Hmm.
I like correct me if I am wrong, Georgina. So um I'm just gonna go back to your original question. So how you can integrate it is again it has to be Zoho CRM, and you can probably use Zoho sites as one of the platform, but everything else definitely Zoho CRM can help you manage that effortlessly. So I'm like we also have Zoho campaigns, right, which helps you send emails. They are also coming up. I think recently they've launched a text message campaign feasibility on Zoho campaigns. So Zoho campaigns has to integrate with Zoho CRM. So it is like a network of products that is going to work together. It will not just be one product that is going to solve your issue. So we have a product called Zoho One, where you pay for one subscription and you have access to Zoho CRM, campaigns, sites. So you should be able to establish whatever you're looking for with your Zoho One subscription, definitely. So okay, Mario has a question. We are targeting 54,000 cities and need support eventually. What support is being provided? So Christine.
Yeah. Support in the sense like the technical support that we provide, am I right? Or um, what support in the sense? So,
So as
is it
in,
like, do you need support with the product or support from the product itself? I just want to, um, are you able to
so
get,
Mario is asking another question. Does Zoho have an innovation team? So Mario, what we can probably do is definitely put you in touch with our like a demo, like our technical team, and maybe you can discuss your requirement, because right now the scope is way higher than a product. But definitely with we have products like Zoho Flow, Zoho Creator, where you can actually achieve more than just sites. So with sites, definitely it's a very straightforward option to build a website. But if you want to like create an automation which is outside sites potential, it can be done with a combination of Zoho Creator and Zoho Flow. And so yeah, definitely we can put you in like write to us and marketing at Zoho sites. We can definitely get somebody from the technical team to um, have a discussion with you. All right, thank you. So Martha is having, what's the cost of hosting your?
Um, I lost you, Kritika.
It comes with a subscription cost. I just
So just pull up the
paste,
pricing page.
yeah, pricing link. Yeah, I'm just pasting the link so you can take a look at it. So Fui has another question. I would like to incorporate something like this into my site. Can this be done? Okay.
The list that she is, or I'm sorry, I just assumed your gender. So yeah, something that they have mentioned is a link that they had provided a little earlier, which was of like a GDPR compliance website. So what you would like to do is incorporate this type of documentation saying that this is what you're trying to do, or let me just take a quick look at that link again. So it's kind of like a whole article about, so yeah, Zoho Sites is GDPR compliant, like the product in itself is compliant with the GDPR standards of security. Um, Apart from that, if you're trying to put in a kind of compliance message saying that your website is compliant, you can definitely use the message bar to do so. Apart from that, if you're trying to create a informational base such as the one that you shared in this link, that can be definitely done so as well. So whatever your requirement is in regards to the cookie, mentioning, about this website being compliant with it and such, can definitely be achieved using the Zoho Sites website builder for you. So you can definitely check that out. Okay, you mean, okay, so you're just talking about the cookie message. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So that can be done. You can just use the in the
Message
builder.
bar.
Yeah, you can go to the builder right at the bottom. You will find an option called the message bar. So over there, you can just type whatever message it may be it you're saying that you're GDPR compliant, or be it you're saying that your website contains cookies. And then you can even add an accept or decline button, or you can even change the titles of whatever the buttons are to whatever you would like to call it, and then click save, and it's pretty much good to go. So that can definitely be done. It's not a problem at
And
all.
it's built into the product.
Exactly.
There is no integration or anything. It's built in.
Exactly.
So Terry has put in a message. Zoho One is the best deal around. Everything you could possibly need as a small business owner for a reasonable monthly fee. Thank you so much, Terry. Yeah, definitely. If you are trying to, use more than sites alone, right? Like CRM, campaigns, and other thing, definitely Zoho One is the best option out there. Okay, so hosting is included in Zoho One. Yes. So Martha, yes. So hosting is included with Zoho Sites, and if you're taking Zoho One, you can get one Zoho Sites with your Zoho One subscription. So, Mario, have you heard of any intelligent city integration tool from internal conversations? Sorry, Mario, we do not have things. So right now we are in like a more work from home situation where we are all like in different cities, and so yeah. All right, sorry, thank you, excellent presentation and answers. Thank you, good job, Christine.
I do my best. Thank you.
So Georgina, where would you suggest that I go get help in set up the various feature? I like the various features on a lot of Zoho products, but I'm not tech savvy. So Georgina, you can actually reach out to, if you do decide to take up Zoho One, they also have this concierge service where they will definitely help you in setting up, various products. So I will put in Zoho One's link. Definitely, the team can help you out. I will just 1 second, getting the
Is
link.
this to Georgina's request?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, So definitely Zoho One's concierge team can lead you to the right person who can help you set up the entire ecosystem using Zoho products.
Did
Yes,
you?
Lizzie, I did share. 1 second, I can share it again. Right. It is the webinar link, right, for next week. So I just shared it again with you. All right, Mario. Okay. I think we have got to all the questions.
We'll just keep the portal open for a little longer. If there's anything else that you would like to ask us, or if you guys just want to talk about anything, we're more than happy to engage you. So we encourage you to do so.
Also, yeah, you can always, at later times, you think of anything, you can write to us at marketing@zohosites.com. And if you're also looking for any one-on-one demo, you can write to us. We can help set it up for you. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, Melanie. I hope I've given you all the links. It was just all over the place today. So sorry about that. Mm. Kenny has a question in the chat. Do you have a training on the career page for recruiting? I think Zoho Recruit should have webinars, right, Christy?
Yeah, let's try to pull
I'll
them
just
up.
pull the link.
I haven't really looked into it specifically, but I'm pretty sure they would.
And I'm just looking at their page. So there are a couple of webinars that Zoho Recruit is running. Definitely, Kenny's, you can think, or even otherwise, if you're looking for a demo, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to provide it for you. So the product for your need is Zoho Recruit. So it handles all of the back-end operations of putting up a job posting and keeping it updated, creating a form. So all of that Recruit can help you with. Your front end could be built using Zoho Sites, definitely. Mario, not any one platform has it. Also, I think so. Mario, if you are looking to work on multiple platforms, not multiple platform, multiple Zoho products, definitely I will put you in touch with the Zoho One team. Like I told Georgina, I think they have a concierge team where they can definitely help you resolve questions that you have around all of Zoho products. So Christine and I, we handle Zoho sites and commerce, so our knowledge and expertise are limited to sites and commerce. But yes, Mario, Zoho is still a privately held company, so we are completely bootstrapped and yep. Can you build more than one website with Zoho sites? I have another website I would like to build.
Yeah, definitely. So with one license, you can build two websites along with the additional cost. You can build as many websites as you would like. And again, let me just pull up the pricing page because that has all of the specifics as to how many websites you can build per license. So let me just get that real quick. I had this open a little before.
Do you want the pricing link, Christy? I have it open somewhere.
Yeah, I just pulled it up real quick.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just add that here. So we have included, along with if you're going to be going through the Zoho One, if you're taking that package, then, it will vary. But if you can take a look at the pricing page, it'll pretty much have all the details that you need as to how many websites you can build and the kind of packages that you can take, be it standard or pro, and what are all of the features and tools that you can avail in these. Okay. Are there any other questions, Kritika?
No, nothing has come up. I think, I think, okay, Kenny has a question. Did you get to it? I have Zoho One, so you mean to purchase another. So yes, Kenny's like with Zoho One, you get to build one website as a part of your Zoho One plan. If you want an additional website, it is $15 per website. So that's how Zoho One for sites works.
So every additional website will be an additional $15. Right. Okay. Thank you, Kenise.
Something came up in the question. Mario was in, yes, it's $15
Yeah,
per month. Yeah.
per site per month. Yes.
It's for the pro plan. We have like another plan as well, which is much lesser.
Yeah, it is 8. So
$8, is it?
mhm. I mean, I have it out in rupees.
Rupees. Yeah. So
It is,
Mario, I'm just pasting the link so you can think.
yeah. I don't have my VPN on, so I can't really check.
So this one, like if you click on the link, you can actually see the price. So for Zoho One, you get one for free, and like one for free as in one that is included in your Zoho One plan, so you don't have to pay anything
Right.
additional to that. But another site, if you would like to build a second website, then it is going to be $15. But it's the pro plan, so you have like all features included into your pro plan. So even with your Zoho One, you get like a pro plan. You don't get the basic plan. You get the pro plan included in your Zoho One. All right. So again, it's for $15. You get the hosting is free. You get like a subdomain. Also, the SSL certificates is free. So you get all of the things. So ideally, or you just have to like build your website, so everything else is handled from our end, so there is no need for looking at hosting, or even like if you're on WordPress, we have had a lot of people who come in and say like we have to frequently keep updating the plugins, and that is like one of the biggest problem if you don't have like a developer in your team, right? You have to constantly keep updating, otherwise you're prone to hackers hacking your website. So you don't have all of those problems with the Zoho sites, because all of the security updates and everything will be done from our end. So you and also it's hosted on the US data centers. So you don't have to worry about that. And our website, like all of Zoho websites, are all hosted on the same data center. We have never had any sort of security threat. So those sort of advantages come with being a part of Zoho sites. So definitely, yeah. So think uh, I think we're done with questions, Christian. There is no more questions.
Yeah, I guess we'll just maybe for another minute or two, for anybody who is working on a big paragraph for us. If in case that be the case, we'll just keep this open for a little longer. Right, this was a very interactive session. We had a lot of questions coming in that latter half, and so thank you for being such a good crowd and for engaging us. Of course, this is what we always look forward to. Apart from, sharing information with all of you, we really like to interact and know what it is that all of you may require, your experiences with the product. So, yes, thank you, Mario. Um, yeah, it's very good to basically get to know all of you in a sense, and we look forward to having a lot more of these presentations, and for all of you to join us on this journey as we continue to explore Zoho sites. So I guess with that being said, there is a bit of a pause in the questions coming in, so I'm going to assume that we are done. If there's anything else that kind of pops up later, if there's anything else that you would like to talk to us about, be sure to write to us at marketing@zohosites.com, and we'll be sure to get back to you with a very apt and prompt response. And if there is anything else that you would like, say a one-on-one demo session with either our sales or support personnel, we will be sure to set that up with you as well to get you the exact help that you require. So, with all of that being said, thank you once again for joining this session. Thank you, Kritika, Priyal, and Naresh for joining and assisting and interacting with everybody. And thank you all. I will say good night to all of my colleagues here and good morning to all of you on the other side of the world. So have a nice day.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Bye bye.
Okay. All right, Mario. Yes, definitely. We will be following up with you. Thank you for all of the questions that you have brought up. They were rather interesting and really got us to think about other ways in which we can expand. So thank you for bringing that up. And I will be ending the session. Again, I will be sending the recording to all of you in a day or two. So thank you. Okay.